welcome back everyone. My name is Velo. I do videos on law school life, and exploring different careers in the legal field. And today we have a special guest.
Hi, I'm Rosa Vargas. I went to Yale College. After college, I returned to San Diego to work at a humanitarian immigration law firm.
And you're involved in so many things on campus, like I could list them all, but I think we'll do small bite-sized portions.
Sure.
For HIP, is that what the cool kids call it? Like HIP?
You can call it HIP.
Okay. The Harvard Immigration Project. 3-part panel series where they had like a zine making thing. And actually my friend Cruz came.
I have the opportunity to work with the Biden administration, and I'm still holding, President Biden, VP accountable.
Events and the food, I think, was the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had Sugar and Spice and good Cambridge restaurants.
Yes, as well. Oh, they're so good. They have like these really great bulgogi bowls. But yeah, that was a part of our symposium, which we host every spring.
Can you explain the Latin American Law Review?
Yeah, so we are one of the journals on campus. We just celebrated our 25th anniversary, so yay! We're very excited about that. But we are dedicated to the Latin American community in the United States and abroad. We like to highlight Latinx authors and anyone interested in Latinx-related issues. So we publish every spring our student-run journals. We have great staff and a bunch of subciters.
Can you explain a little bit what a subciter is for people that might not know?
Subciters are responsible for checking the citations for each of the journal articles that have been selected. Citations can be really complicated to is this period italicized correctly or not? And they check all of those to publish a quality article.
Oh, I also heard that your organization may have the best swag on campus. I heard you got suitcases or something like that.
Yeah, so we have, I think, the coolest swag on campus.
Hey, I'm too fly.
For our subciters, we got duffel bags, sweatpants, t-shirts this year, and for those on the board, got carry-on suitcases. And I think that's a pretty good follow-up to last year. As a subciter myself, I'll be editor-in-chief next year. As a 1L, we got backpacks, and those were pretty cool. You might see them around campus.
Way to get involved in a journal?
You should join first during your 1L year before the first sub-site, so when we all sit down and do all those edits for the citations. You can find us at the Student Activities Fair. It's hosted in the beginning of the year. We'll have a banner. It'll be easy to see us. If you don't find us there, you can always visit our website. You can find us at harvardlalr.com. I have an email address there, and you'll see more information on the journal. So definitely find us there.
In Tangent, I noticed a really cool sweatshirt on. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so this is one of the pieces of swag that I've gotten through Alianza. You'll see a lot of these around campus. They're pretty popular and super cozy.
Can you tell us a little bit about
Alianza? Yes, so Alianza is the Latinx group on campus. We get together quite frequently. It's one of the more active groups on campus. We provide a general forum to support Latinx students at the law school, whether that be academic or searching for a job. We engage in campus activism. Things like that.
What has been one of your favorite memories or events?
Well, the retreat this past year was really fun. We always have 2 retreats in the year. One in the fall, I wasn't able to attend that one, and one in the winter, which is a ski retreat. And being from California, I am not great at skiing, so I did go tubing instead. We made some great memories, all hanging out for a weekend.
Speaking of on-campus opportunities, could you tell us a little bit about the Catholic Law Students Association?
Just a generally great support network if you're going through a tough time, which I was occasionally these past couple years. People are really great about reaching out, saying that they'll pray for you, or even sometimes we bring each other chocolate, things like that when we're having a tough time. So I would say that it's a really supportive group, especially during the tough times, whether it be finals or anything personal going on in your life. We have a priest through St. Paul's here in Cambridge who is dedicated to the graduate students at Harvard. And he's wonderful. His name is Father George, and he even hosts on-campus mass for us every other week at the law school. We'll usually all get pizza afterwards and hang out, so it's a really fun group.
That's really great to hear. So if people were interested, is there like a website?
Yeah, so there is a newsletter that's sent out every week. You can just sign up online. Just Google, Catholic Law Students Association at Harvard Law. I actually signed up for the list that way. And we have a group me, so you can join the group me, and we'll get you all connected.
What sparked your interest in immigration work?
I was raised right along the California-Mexico border. My own family history is one of immigration, so my grandparents immigrated from Mexico. Things related to immigration at home. We even hosted a refugee family when I was a little girl. I was supposed to stay with us for just a couple months, but they ended up staying with us for 2 years. So I think I've always just grown up passionate about immigrants' rights, and I'm really excited that I get the opportunity to do that professionally now.
It's the Harvard Immigration and Refugee Clinic. The Harvard Immigration Project, can you just explain a little bit about them?
So the Harvard Immigration Project is what we call an SPO, a student practice organization. So it's open to all years. It's a little more on the advocacy side. For instance, my 1L year, I got involved with a report on the Irwin County Detention Facility and the abuse that happened there. So it's a little bit more on the advocacy side, although there are sometimes client interactions. But the advisors for the group are attorneys at the Harvard Immigration and Refugee Clinic, HIRC, we call it. So HIRC, on the other hand, is one of the clinics at Harvard Law School. It is only open to 2L and 3L students, so you cannot practice when you're a 1L student. When you start with the clinic, you take a class. It's usually required for the clinics here at the law school. A lot more direct client services. So I took on a few cases under an incredible supervising attorney and with a co-student attorney. So we worked together on the cases, and one in particular is a defensive asylum case. So we just so happened to start in the fall and then both continue with that case through the spring. So it's been a great experience, but as I said, I'm only available to 2L and 3L students.
I think clinics are really a great opportunity to help people, but also learn a lot, just because, in a textbook you're reading the cases or things and it can kind of be hard to see how everything fits in, but with the clinics you really get to learn from experience. So where were you when you found out you got into HLS?
So I was actually working from home at my parents' house, and I got the call. I was so excited because I was just really grateful for my family, my friends, coworkers, LSAT study buddies, everyone who helped me get there.
Yeah, definitely. There was one professor in my undergrad who was writing to the school, and she was such an advocate for me, so I'll always be grateful for that. But I remember the actual phone call I missed, and so I got the voicemail. Yeah, and it was the transcript, and I saw the 617 number, and I was like, okay, that's could be it. And I was like, wait, no, is this real? And for someone that's watching right now that's interested in law school but might be a little bit nervous to apply, what would you tell them?
Oh gosh. Well, first of all, you need to decide whether you really want to go to law school. I would highly encourage it. I love it. I know that not all people do. But I'd also really encourage you to, your family, get your friends, get mentors, anyone who supports you, to read over your applications. You really want to make sure that your essays accurately depict how awesome of a person you are. Also, don't have any grammatical errors or mistakes in them. So get your whole community involved. Another thing that I'd really encourage, reading your essays aloud, because a lot of times you won't notice how awkward something sounds until you really hear it aloud. I mean, you should do this with every essay, every piece of writing that you produce, especially with your applications. It'll really help you out.
Yeah, and there's free grammar checkers online, so always make use of those, because sometimes Microsoft Word won't. But do you have any recommendations for finding a serious mentor?
Yeah, so one of my mentors was a supervisor who I had at an internship before I started law school. So she really helped me out. She is an attorney herself. She had great ideas about how to construct my application. I also used my thesis advisor. It helped me out a lot in writing me a recommendation and encouraging me to apply, because it's really scary to to apply to law school. So sometimes you just need someone to like really encourage you. One of my professors at college taught my favorite class, helped me actually apply to school twice. I applied right out of college and did not have a very successful run, but then applied 2 years later and had a very successful run. So, keep on fighting.
Exactly, yeah, I think that's so true. With one student, Leah, and I'm so excited she's going to be going to law school next year, but she applied and had a little bit of trouble at the beginning, and now all the schools are like, chasing her down, giving her scholarships, so it really is sometimes a matter of timing. Well, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for coming on. If you have any questions, comment them below, and I hope you all have a great summer.
I never thought I was gonna make it this far being undocumented. I was young, I was reading documents for my mom, I was translating governmental documents, and I was a kid, I had no idea what I was doing. If you know something, like if you know any resources, just sharing that, because it may seem little to you guys, but to us it may be the whole entire world. Little things like that,